council house clock chimes. And depending on how many times, lets you know the time. I've been to concerts at the Motorpoint Arena, and I've been to concerts at the Nottingham Caves. I've been here all my life and I'm still amazed by this place. I love Nottingham. Sometimes I stare at Hockley's graffiti colourful walls, and sometimes I gaze at the deers running around Woollerton Hall. Supreme thrills, from chilling up at Green's Mill or up at that castle on the hill. Nottingham, I love you, and I always will. Visit Nottingham today.
Nola, and I'm representing the Hydex programme, which is one of the sponsors of the Touch Rugby World Cup. Hydex is a collaboration of a number of universities based in the Midlands, including the University of Nottingham. One of Hydex's main aims is to support industry to innovate, developing new products and services in the hydrogen economy. We decided to sponsor the Touch Rugby World Cup, particularly in relation to energy use, so that Geopura, a locally based business, can provide hydrogen to be utilised at the event, making the event more sustainable and improving air quality for visitors and competitors alike. We hope this support will encourage others to look for more sustainable ways to run similar events in the future. Finally, just to say, we hope everyone that's involved in the event has a great time. Thank you.
So we're here at Hillhead Sports Club, the third year of our annual Pride in Touch tournament. We have 16 teams, over 200 players. We've got about a dozen or so referees. We've had also a whole heap of volunteers. It's been brilliant to come to Glasgow after previous versions in Manchester and London, and it's ended up being our biggest tournament to date.
You get a lot of curious players that want to try out touch rugby for the first time, so they might be a bit nervous, but I think they come down, they hear the tunes that are playing, they see all the rainbows, all the smiling faces, and I think they realise that actually they can just have a good time.
Our final game of the day here, live from Riverside at the Touch Rugby World Cup 2024. And it's Chile in the red and blue taking on España in the yellow and blue. And that's a wonderful start. How about that for a ball across the face? Victor Masjuan touches down, and the try is eventually given after a conversation by the match officials. Mel, what a fast start for Chile.
Yeah, they took their time awarding that, but it just looked like a brilliant score. Great pass across. Chile will be well happy with that.
Well, interestingly, in the first round of men's 45, Wales put 7 past Spain. We had Gianluca Fecci of the Wales team here earlier today. He'll be pleased with that result. We were talking earlier about Chile's loss to Jersey in dramatic fashion in pitch 1 on Highfields yesterday. Well, the men's 45s team drew with Jersey in their opening fixture here on Riverside. So both sides searching for their first win.
Building up quite the arch nemesis between these two countries.
The brand new touch rivalry everyone's talking about, Jersey on Chile.
Yeah, two traditionally countries at loggerheads, aren't they?
Right.
Jersey and Chile.
We're doing nothing for Jersey-Chilean relations today on Riverside. But it's a turnover that will benefit Spain, and they'll be on their second attack here. Cara Muir, or Muir Cara even, touchdown for the first time there. Gonzalo de Juan wants it on the return and gets it. Down goes Gonzalo Iturria de Juan, and he has scored, and Spain go level. And we could be in for an excellent game here now.
Yeah, at first I thought this pass back in was slightly questionable, but he must have gotten it in line. A very flat ball inwards. Oh, actually, that did look very nice. Lovely score.
Gonzalo de Juan, Spain's first scorer, and Chile are off to the races with 6 touches, wasting no time in piling on the pressure. There's the towering Juan Manuel, the towering Roberto Schnack there at 13. Good pick-up for Schnack. Livingston, oh, great ball. They're in again. Cristobal Green Diaz. Touches down for Chile second. And, well, if this continues with 3 tries every 2 minutes, it's going to be a crazy game. But this was lovely work from Diego Livingston.
Yeah, lovely spit off the ball. Got it straight back and straight out to the winger. End-to-end touch. Brilliant. At least they're getting plenty of tap-off practice, both teams.
Chile have scored from both their first attacks so far. Here comes Spain, who was, I'm sure you've heard 100 times on the commentary already. They've had quite the week in terms of sporting success, and they were vocal and passionate at the opening ceremony as well. They're here to take some names, are the Spanish. Jose Maria Esposito. There's the pass to Ramirez. Ramirez gets it back.
Esposito.
Well, Cara Muir has the turnover, and I think that is a commentary curse of some kind. That's coughed Chile up the ball.
Normally when I do sing, people do lose their hands.
Immediately lost the ball.
Not in a very positive way. So I'm not surprised. But Chile now driving towards their box. And you can see the difference in pace this game compared to the 50s that we've just had. Very flat ball from the number 9 in, which he gets the ball again.
Carlos Diaz at number 9 running the show there. Good ball inside for Cristobal Garcia Huerdebar.
Some nice pronunciation coming from my co-commentator here.
Well, there's Andrew Holmes, which I'm not going to struggle with, as he flashes one across to Carlos Sorrenti, and then into the corner they go. Juan Enrique Aguirre is just caught. But looking forward to this one all day, Mel. Love a Latin name. Spain then on the transition. They make it to the edge.
Easy meters here. I'd like to see Chile just set in their defense a little bit and come up a little bit more aggressively to stifle some of this Spanish attack.
Miguel Ruiz lays it back for the try scorer De Juan.
Oh.
De Juan almost through the hole, flying across to make the touch. Carlos Diaz.
Oh, and a penalty here for a delay of play, I believe, with the return of the ball. So Chile getting an extra 10-metre leapfrog up the field.
And here's Andrew Holmes, who will tap off for the Chileans. Holmes again, now on the switch around, looking to get some substitutes onto the field. In goes Roberto Vasquez-Schnack,
Oh,
13.
lovely ball out.
Great weight of pass, and yeah, in behind. Oh, and just a miscommunication, but once again swept up by Juan Enrique Aguirre. Martin Santamaria. There's Ivanovic with Santamaria. Ivanovic now, touch on the 7, and I think they've run out of time there, the Chileans. They're 2-1 up against Spain at the moment, chasing a first victory after a draw with Jersey. Spain beaten by Wales in convincing fashion in a very confident Welsh team when it comes to qualification from the men's 45 pool.
Oh, nice intense driving here by Spain. You can see that Spanish player impatient with his team, wanting a half-end place. I like that. I like that intensity.
Well, here comes Spain down the left. A change of pace from Jesus Alonso. And it will be a turnover. Chile in possession. They've got some work to do to break out of their own half. The frantic pace of the game to begin with had just slowed down since. Two tries in the opening 2 minutes.
And nice inside ball by Chile here. Good phase play.
Touch made, and a popular one there on Diego Livingston. But Chile will have another go at it here. Pablo Rock.
Great name, by
Pick
the
up
way.
from Livingston. Rock, oh, he lifted off the deck at the very last minute. And I think that'll be 6 touches up for Chile. Or instead it's a penalty against Spain. Well, Chile, you think, must score from here. Rock, Livingston. Pick up from Sorrenti. Rock on the inside, but across comes Jesus Alonso to make the touch. Need to be a little bit more adventurous here, Chile. Pablo Rock. Diego Livingston on the wraparound, searching for Cristobal Garcia Huidobro.
Spain was stoked with that touch there, deservedly so.
You can hear them on our near side touchline, just a few inches away from the commentary box. But now they're off to the races, and a hole opens up, and Cristobal Garcia Huidobro goes sauntering in. A very popular score.
Yeah, we can hear the celebrations here. Sound like a vuvuzela?
Something along those lines. Not sure where it's being played from. But try for Chile's number one. They go 3-1 up against the Spanish. Christian Rodriguez there in support, looking for the lift, but he's just spilt it, unfortunately there. A big missed opportunity for Spain now. They're in a really promising position. Oh, lovely footwork. Opens up Chile really well, but that is a bit of a coach killer now.
Yeah, just undone by the half. It's so tempting to look up for where you're about to pass it, but you just need to pick up that ball safely initially, and it's so tough when you've got someone who does a great play like that, as we see just a drop ball from the Spanish side.
Jose Maria Esposito fortunately puts it down. So Chile with a second opportunity to transition. Andrew Holmes just overruns his line. Christian Rodriguez finds the number 9, Carlos Diaz. Here he is again at the half, Diaz. Holmes. Diaz again, he's got a good turn of pace about him. Oh, a turnover, however. Roberto Vasquez Schnack forced to cough it up for Spain. Could do with a try pretty soon to try and address the imbalance here. The trail by 3-1 as we approach midway point in the first half.
He's just got to watch his marks there. Oh, and the referee's called it.
Just a slip on the way through.
Yeah, he's kind of making that touch, initiating that touch, which is a really positive thing to do, but then just taking that extra step, and the referees have been on that all day. I'd say
Chile
the grounds
there
are
with a few
all
touches.
dried out now, which is good to see. I think that's the end of the rain forecast for the next few days, and the fields have held up very, very well.
Oh, there's a slip there, however, so Spain in behind, and Chile forced the touch.
Bit of moisture in there still, but...
That's a lovely long ball, and that's what's been unlocking Spain all afternoon so far, live here on Pitch 1 at Riverside. That's a great ball. And Chile have another score. Just unleashed by Juan Pablo Ivanovic. Juan Enrique Eguer this time is the man who profits from it, and Chile go 4-1 up. It's a strong Chile side in the men's 45, Mel.
Yeah, showing their class there. That was a brilliant ball, and they haven't been throwing a lot of long balls, which is probably why that winger was standing very narrow defensively. As we see Spain play it on the 7, little pass back in, but the
Javier Arroyo goes down. Another touch, so one more for Spain. Bless you, Mel.
Thank you.
As Spain power on here. Arroyo. Oh, it's just it behind David Irreola. Instructions from the Spanish bench. I can't translate them, I'm afraid, but let's see if their words are heeded as the Chileans look to transition. Good line speed to begin with from Luis Sanchez.
Yeah, great offload there as well. Got them another few meters. Nice, smooth.
Oh, and Sanchez again makes the touch for Spain, denying the Chileans. He's turned it over as well. Good work from the Spanish number 12.
Yeah, over the mark here. I think so many teams, especially today, would just have benefited running into that ruck and just taking 20% off their speed and regaining some of the control, because the number of ruck penalties, as we see another turnover happen, has just been, a huge amount of volume of penalties today. I feel like I'm going to go to bed tonight with just that whistle blowing consistently in my head.
I hope that teams can clean up their act a little bit as the tournament continues.
I've got no doubt with dry weather overnight and some sunshine tomorrow, we'll see some improvement in that department.
Chile up to the 7. Diego Livingston want to make things happen. Lifted over the top. It's come off a Spanish hand and been regathered, however, by Christian Rodriguez. They're back at the 7 again with one touch fewer. Victor Masjuan. Livingston. Rock. Livingston again. Now they'll keep it going. Here's Shank. Good ball to Rock. Livingston. Oh, one more pass would have done it.
I think that's going to be 6 again there, I think. Yeah, the Spanish player in a try-saving move threw his hand out. He was the last defender on the line there, so...
That'll be 6 more then for Chile. They must score from here, you think. They've been really impressive, and they've made it to the 7. Little show and go, diving over. Christian Rodriguez. Referee's in conversation. I think the touch was made.
Yeah, they had a player out in the wing that was free. Just didn't quite have the time to pass him the ball, but he's staying nice and wide, as you can see.
Oh, and it's just a fumble on the deck from Pablo Dinamarca Rock. Good evasion as well, and then they just lose possession of it. The touch was first, but I think it'll be Spanish ball eventually. Good defence there now from the Spanish, not to concede there, already 4-1 down, they couldn't really afford to.
Yeah, it was good defensive set on the line. They were put under sustained pressure, but they did hold them out. And to be honest, I think they're starting to learn from the earlier scores that it didn't really look like the defence were really threatened in that set, which is saying something. But unfortunately, just another infringement here by the Spanish team. Looked like a forward pass.
It just takes the sting out of their attack that they can't use all 6 phases. Good footwork from Livingston. They make it to the Chilean box. Here's Carlos Diaz. Gets a good ball away, and Diaz with a pickup. Oh, it's just, once again, it's stuck in the deck here at Riverside. This pitch has held up well, but it's had a lot of rugby today throughout the rain.
I have no doubt that my nightmares, it's not going to be me walking through public places naked or having my teeth falling out. It's going to be the referee's whistle and a ruck infringement of some kind. Maybe it'll be me infringing the ruck whilst having my teeth fall out and being completely naked.
You would never. I'm not sure about the other things, but you'd never infringe at the ruck.
No.
Ever.
Everything else well within the realms of possibility.
Now, this first half has taken a bit of a turn because both sides stuck in a stalemate after a few Chilean scores. Spain trying to change that as they rumble on, but suddenly just ran out of options in the transition.
Yeah, and the half then looking for a play. He was very lucky he didn't just roll
did a
that
full
forward.
180 and couldn't find a man. Here is Fernandez.
Yep, good to see Spain spreading the ball here. Lovely short runner coming through here at speed. Oh, this has been one of the best attacking plays from Spain in a very long time, and it was built on the speed of a player running from depth, running a really effective short line.
Pablo Fernandez got them going, but it's only Chile back in possession. That's a good pickup from Andrew Holmes. Got good control of the ball. Away goes Garcia Huidobro. And here come the changes for Chile. Touch made, Santa Maria at the half. Looking to return it to Ivanovic. I think that might be a penalty for Chile.
Yep, a repeat set on the line. I think the referee is talking about the touch potentially just being a little bit over physical, like getting the shoulder in the touch there. So Chile have 6 again.
And here is Ivanovic at the half. Oh, it's a good ball. Oh, just a great line of running out wide as well.
Touch.
One more ball from Roberto Vasquez-Schnack would have done it. You do well to find a pass that he can't reach.
And they're lucky they've been given a penalty for offside because they just threw the ball away on the first touch. And
A real coach killer. Joe was talking about it all morning. Joe Wright, of course, who was here earlier, that a real coach killer to give it away on the first touch as Chile go sliding in. Martin Santamaria denied this time.
And I think what Spain need to do here, they need to nominate a defender to come up and make this touch. That first attacking phase before, you saw both middles coming up to make the touch. So there are 2 players involved in the touch, 2 offside players right at the side of the ball. And that's when players can just scoop through, target the offside player. So what Spain need to do is nominate who is going to go up and make the touch, and for the other players to come in and support them and make sure they can get back on side.
Another touch taken. Here's Ivanovic.
Yeah. Oh.
Well, that was their final touch, and it hasn't been given as a score. The score remains 4-1 to Chile with 2 minutes to go in the first half. Spain desperate to get back in the game. They've just looked a bit uninspired so far, going forward at least. They made it to the box. What can their substitutes do? They failed to score against Wales in their 7-0 defeat. They've already done one better than that here, but they'll be looking for more. It's their Spanish-speaking rivals as Gonzalez takes a tumble.
Good to see he's okay. Looked like his head hit the deck quite hard, but obviously with the rain that we've seen in Nottingham over the last 24 hours, it probably felt more like a pillow than
Absolutely.
concrete, which is positive to see.
Well, there goes the buzzer. Chile will almost get away, actually. Oh, no. What a time that would have been to go end-to-end. Instead, it will be half-time with the touch.
Well, it'll be a forward pass, so they'll play the penalty up here, and Spain will be looking to pull out a little bit of Spanish magic. Will they go for the try? Yes, they will. Little cut.
Just caught, unfortunately. It was their try scorer, Gonzalo de Juan, who was touched in the end. And that brings us to an end of the first half in this final game here on Riverside. As Spain take on Chile, they trail at the moment by 4 tries to 1. They've got a lot of work to do, Mel, to get back into this game, because they've yet to really threaten Chile enough.
Yeah, their defence has held up very well in the second part of the first half. I think they'll be happy that Chile had a couple of repeat sets on their lines, but Spain held them out. But we've seen their best success in their attempts to score is when they're going at pace at the line. So I'd love to see more of that in the second half.
20 minutes left to play in our first day of live streaming here at Riverside on day 2 of the Touch Rugby World Cup 2024. We'll be back for the second half in just a moment's time. Well, Spain have got some work to do in our final game of the day here, live from Riverside in Nottingham at the Touch Rugby World Cup. They trail by 4-1 to their rivals Chile. Sliding in though, that might be a perfect start. I think the try has been given. What a start it is as well. Well, Chile got off to a flyer.
Little try celebration.
Well, they know exactly where the camera is. Lovely to see. It's a great line as well. Flying over goes Jesus Garcia Alonso.
I assume he must have a little baby on the way or something like that.
Wonderful if so.
Or he fancies a large plate of pasta and he has a gluten intolerance. One or the other.
Well, regardless, it's cut the deficit to just 2 tries as Chile comes straight down the other end. That's 2 really early tries in this game on either side of the half. And it's much better from the Spanish, just a bit more intensity that you're after, Mel.
Yeah, and you know what? Whenever you score a try, one of the mantras that you do as a team that's just scored is make it count, and it's all about keeping the other team out of making, you know, a comeback try. You want to make it count by holding the other team out, which is what Spain are trying to do at the moment and doing fairly effectively at the moment. And commentators curse, I apologise.
Well,
Spain.
Can you believe it? I mean, we've seen a couple of commentator curse moments today, a couple of knock-ons, maybe some infringement of the breakdown, never immediately conceding. Cristobal Garcia Huedebro flies over for Chile. Livingston and Rock involved, and well, we're back to 5-2 and a 3-try deficit. Now, I think you owe the Spanish people an apology.
Okay, so if I was Chile right now, I'd be saying to my teammates, let's make it count. And by make it count, I mean, we've just scored.
Well, let's see.
We don't want to let Spain into our try zone.
We started off with 3 tries in 2 minutes in the first half. We've had a similar flow of scores here as once again Spain go flying in. Miguel Raya Ruiz at the 7. Spain with 1 more attempt. Oh, but the whistle goes. Unfortunately, it's a turnover.
Oh, that's unlucky. I was looking forward to having my commentators work both ways.
But now, though, Chile escape. It was Chile who went up 2-1 in the early stage of the second half. We're level at 1 apiece in the second, for the moment at least. As on come the substitutes from the Chilean box. Andrew Holmes.
I do like the Spanish colours. They almost look like Team Little. You know, like the supermarket.
Yeah, of course.
I thought Little
with a flash of red.
It's German, isn't it?
It is indeed.
Okay.
For now, though, Chile go darting through. Carlos Diaz onto the field, but the 6th touch is his. Spain back with it. Yeah, Little and Audi, both German. Team Deutschland, though, in the white and black strips this tournament instead. A hint of yellow in there. Their mixed 30s side had a really good day yesterday. 2 big wins, 1 over France and 1 over Hong Kong as well.
And Chile bang on the halfway line, making some solid yards up the middle of the field, but they're going directly to their sub box to get some fresh players on.
Oh, that's a really high line, but a missed touch, and now Chile in behind perhaps. Here's Juan Pablo Ivanovic. Through the hands, the try scorer, Garcia Huedebro. Touch is made on Santa Maria.
Yeah, great touch there by the link, coming in, supporting his mid by making that touch. I'd love to see that from links.
Santa Maria could go alone, floats one over the top. It's just a few inches too high. And Spain escape. And Spain escape for now. Got a fingertip on it. Cristobal Green Diaz. Spain now with 6 touches to clear their lines. They're quite away from their box on this short side, but they've got plenty of players stacked up to come on. Esposito and Lorenzo lined up on the touchline to our left.
Yeah, I tell you what, they look keen to come on, don't they? It's great to see we're well into the second half and these players are rearing to go, and they've come onto the field
Well, here they do come, the changes, but it's still a turnover. They'll be right into defence. On comes Pablo Fernandez and Jose Maria Esposito. Chile all the way up to the 10 to tap off. Garcia Huidobro, Ivanovic, Santa Maria takes the touch, and Chile now make a few changes. Short of support there is Santiago Secundo. Livingston, Rock and Livingston back together in the centres, and they skip out Rock this time, straight to the link. But actually it's Christian Rodriguez out there who's caught.
I believe that was Quattro touches, according to the Spanish box.
I needed to create something here. It's a short ball into Pablo Rock. And that's the turnover. That is 6 touches. Counting for the Spanish. And they'll charge up, looking to transition. Once again, they make it to the box, and this time maybe they'll be able to launch an attack from here.
Oh, they look good driving down in front of us here. They are going at some intensity. Unfortunately, no half in place for that last play the ball.
Here is Ruiz. And on the wrap, there's a long ball. Oh, it could be in behind. A race to the line. But Juan Manuel, the inside.
Yeah, pick up from half.
Long pass. They found their man on the wing, Pablo Cornejo Robinson.
Yep, touch was in. Oh, no. They've given the score there.
Oh, well, they have with a Spanish high five. They thought, yeah, we've done it. We've kept them out. But actually, he's gone over to score. Holmes with the long pass. Robinson diving in, and
good shout by the referees there.
They couldn't be closer, the assistant on the right. Mikel Anguier Gonzalez unable to hold out Robinson. So Chile goes 6-2 in front, and the game is getting beyond the Spanish with 12 minutes to go. They need to respond quickly. They're driving up through Irula. And the little dummy run. They take it to that right edge. Good line. In for his second try. Jesus Alonso. Held at the 7.
Yeah, they want something to show for this half of touch, because they're playing incredibly positively. Great little tap on. Just didn't reach the player on the wing. But their driving has been so good in this second half. But they just need to make sure that they keep track of their touches and set up that attacking platform on the 5th. Even if that 5th takes place 10, 20 metres out from their line, I'd just like to see them nominate that 5th touch and scoop or something like that off the touch. At the moment, they're just kind of fizzling out of touches, if that makes sense.
It does indeed, just not clinical enough. They don't look dangerous enough on their 6th touch. 10 minutes to go. Spain have it back though, through their try scorer, Jesus Garcia Alonso. Lifted by Valles. Valles again there at the half as Spain ring in the changes. Lorenzo. Sanchez caught. Here's Lorenzo again. Fernandez. Taken in by Esposito, and then the ball goes down. And once again, as he just said now, they haven't really struck off the 6th touch.
No, but they've got themselves up there to set up that platform. They are getting within 10 metres of that Chile line. They're playing very, very positively, Spain, and I'd love to see them convert some of this field position into a score.
Chile, though, in response, driving through Rock, Livingston, great hands, and they could be in behind here, and wheeling away for another try. Cristobal Garcia Huidobro, a second score in this half for him. Chile make it 7-2.
Doing what their country does best. These blokes aging like a fine wine.
Absolutely racing away there with a swarm of yellow shirts in pursuit.
Yeah, that looked brilliant. And that little step back happened right in front of us here, and it looked sublime.
Ignacio Valles there at the half again, number 1 for Spain.
And my eyes may be deceiving me, but I spot a little bit of sunshine coming through the the clouds here down at Riverside.
Perfect timing with 9 minutes to go for the entire day. They've weathered the storm well here at Riverside. Ahead of tomorrow, where of course the action continues. We're back live here at Riverside with the continuation of the Masters format. I'll be back here as well for those games. Got a packed schedule on day 4 of the Touch Rugby World Cup. We start with the women's 35. We're moving on to the men's 50s, 40s and 45s.
Who's playing in that 35s game?
Wales, France at 9 AM tomorrow.
Oh, that'll be a good one, I think.
I think it'll be a cracker, I hope, as well. We've got action all the way up until 4:30 again, where Hong Kong take on New Zealand in the men's 40s. Our final game of the day tomorrow. Final game here is Chile-Spain, and it's been a really good half for Chile. Spain started the brightest with an early score. Chile responded with 2 of their own. Quite a physical touch there, not to the liking of Miguel Ruiz.
Yeah, it's starting to get very physical in some of these touches. I think end of the day, you get a little bit tired, you get a little bit of fatigue, and sometimes it leads to a bit of lack of control in the touches. So players will just have to watch how they're coming into each of those contacts.
Lovely tip on. They're into the corner. But across came Andrew Holmes to make the covering touch. I'm not sure how intentional that was. I think we'll give it to Pablo Fernandez.
Oh, you know what? If that ended in a score, that definitely would have made the daily highlights reel.
Almost an excellent score.
Opens-esque tap on that one was.
Absolutely.
Unfortunately, Opens-esque wing defence by the opposition to prevent the score.
Oh, and just a lapse of concentration there from Chile. Allows Spain in for another strike at the line, something they've just lacked a bit in this second half. Great running from Alonso. Arroyo at the half again.
Nice work keeping the ball alive from these plays in the middle.
Well, a bit of a panicked ball away there.
Unfortunately, I think they're going to call a touch pass or a forward pass.
Well, disappointing. Spain just ran out of numbers, so back comes Cristobal Garcia-Huedro with a barnstorming run. They've made great yards here. Need to keep the momentum on. Good step from Martin Santamaria, and through Chile go, but they'll be called back for a penalty. Going to maybe play the advantage there. Chile will have 6 touches anyway, they won't mind. Looking for their 8th try. Looking to do one better than Wales, who put 7 past the Spanish this morning. Diego Livingston. Schnack. Oh, well touched, and he just kept rolling there. He'll be back to play it back for Juan Enrique Aguirre. 2 tries for him today.
Plenty of space on the open side to their left. It'd be nice in this target this right-hand side again and then spread it to the left.
Juggled by Rock, but that's the long pass. Aguirre for the hat-trick. Down he goes. But he's all wrapped up by Ignacio Estevez-Valles.
Yeah, great defence by Spain there.
Juan Enrique Aguirre will lay it back. Oh, and Schnack takes on himself and dives in from range. It's a long way down for Roberto Vázquez Schnack. He's flown in from way out, sliding across the Riverside turf.
Yeah, lovely heads-up play here.
Great footwork from Livingston as well on the way through. Chile do have an 8th. And the Spanish with 5 minutes to go, playing for pride now, which they certainly have a lot of with their performance at the opening ceremony yesterday.
I tell you what, they were definitely the MVPs at the opening ceremony, weren't
They're
they?
more Sweden with the Flares. I've yet to decide.
Yeah, the Flares were a good shout with the ceremony. Not what I was expecting. Long ball out to the right, intercepted by Chile. Must have got touched on the way through. I was waiting for
the turn of pace.
Exactly.
From Pablo Robinson, hunting for his second try at the half there. Rock, physical touch, and he leaves the field. Here come the changes for Chile. Fresh legs.
Yeah.
Carlos Diaz amongst them.
Some of the fizz leaving this game now. I think both teams are just starting to relax a little bit, probably thinking that this is only the second day of a very long tournament for them.
Good hands from Holmes.
Oh, he's through.
And Garcia Huertabro is not taking his foot off the gas. He races away for another score. And I think it has been given.
Oh, just when I say the fizz has left the game, all of a sudden it gets carbonated on the outside here.
Second half hat-trick for Cristobal Garcia Huertabro.
Nice work to stay inside the game.
Just
the
about
there.
Racing down the touchline. Around 2 Spanish defences. Chile have a 9th and they'll hunt for double figures here while Spain search for a response. Arroyo. Alonso is there in support, but Arroyo goes himself.
I would say the ball was down there. I'd love to see a replay. Oh, yeah, the ref's got to give it. Good on him.
Javier Diaz Arroyo is the happiest man on pitch one here at Riverside. He slides in for a score.
Well deserved. What a score. Just saw the defenders were just standing on their line. They weren't up at all, and lovely cheeky little dive.
The threat of Jesus Alonso with 2 tries already today was there and looming. Javier Arroyo is the try scorer this time.
I think he knew exactly where the camera was as well with that little try celebration.
Wonderful to see. We wish more were at it, to be honest, across the gate here at Touch. It's well and truly in the spirit of this World Cup. As Chile on the repeat, looking to respond and crack the double figures for today. Big touch, here comes Ivanovic sliding in.
Oh, I think... No, the referees are pulling it
Juan Pablo Ivanovic, they're out of touches, I'm afraid. So here come the Spanish. Will they get one more before the end of the day? Minute and a half to go, and that's just clattered off the inside of the leg of Esposito.
Yeah, just lack of control in that roll ball there.
Good change of pace from Chile. Schnack goes for it. Already scored 1 in this second half. Juan Pablo Ivanovic. Santa Maria. Ivanovic again. Linking up together the 2 middles. Down goes Martin Santa Maria. But he'll have to retreat for another set on the 7.
Yeah, great covering defence by Muakara, the Spanish link there, coming in and making that saving touch.
Santa Maria, Ivanovic, Schnack, long ball, picks out again, he steps in off the wing, but is caught by Valles.
And this looks to be the last possession of the game if they maintain it for their 6 touches. Spain driving with intent down their sub-boxes. They have all game, but just like all game, there's an early change of possession. A frustrating one because when they do get their momentum up, they've just looked very, very good, Spain. So I think that'll be one of the key things that they discuss.
Chile, one last attack then as the buzzer sounds. Happy to take the touch. They are victorious here in their second fixture, a draw with Jersey earlier today, followed up by a big win over Spain. Spain, on the other hand, still chasing their first win after losses to Chile and Wales, respectively. So the men's 45 draw well and truly open, with plenty of teams in the running for the semi-final berth later on in the week. Well, that brings an end to our coverage of day 1 here at Riverside, day 2 of the Touch Rugby World Cup. We'll be back tomorrow at 9 AM for a women's 35 encounter between Wales and France. That's the next game for you live here on the stream with Next Gen and FIT, Federation International Touch. Thanks so much, Mel, for joining us this afternoon.
Thank you. It's been lovely to be down here at Riverside.
And thanks for everyone for listening in. I've been Wilfred Kemsley. I'll be taking you through the action tomorrow, live for day 3 of the Touch Rugby